Jake here. I've had so many people asking me recently, what is high ticket closing and how do I get into high ticket closing? I thought I'd do a quick video for all of you that are intrigued or interested or just want to know a little bit more about high ticket closing, and I'll explain a little bit about high ticket closing to you in this video. My goal isn't to make as much money as possible. It's simply to help as many people as possible. There is so much misinformation from the gurus out there in the online space. I want to be as transparent to you guys and just give you as much information as possible so you can make a calculated decision, hopefully transition out of your 9-to-5 role and into an entrepreneurial space like a high ticket closing role, which is exactly what I did. So hopefully you find this helpful. Now, without further ado, let's get into the video. So high ticket closing, what is it? High ticket closing, very simply, is when you sell a product or service on behalf of a business owner. Now, a business owner, an entrepreneur, might have marketing skills, might have a business mindset, but a lot of the time hasn't got top sales skills, which is really what's required to scale a business. The two foundations of any successful business is good marketing and good sales. It is very rare that you have a business owner that excels in both. And even if they did, a business owner wants to spend time on their business, not in their business. You can outsource tasks like marketing and like high ticket sales. So if you can learn a skill set like sales and really excel with that skill set, you are valuable to any business owner in the industry, quite simply. Typically, the minimum offer price or ticket price that you'd be selling classed as high ticket would, I would say, be around about £1,500 to £2,000 or about $3,000, maybe $2,500. And it can go all the way up to offers for around $100,000 for when you're selling maybe business to business software, AI, lead generation, that kind of thing. Speaking of AI, with the advancements of technology nowadays, you will see so many jobs being replaced by AI, by artificial intelligence tools and software that will be coming into the workplace so much over the next few years. Ask yourself, are you replaceable by AI? Because business owners are going to be asking the exact same question. A lot of people are going to be finding themselves replaced by robots pretty soon. Now, if you can master sales skills, you're irreplaceable and you are also valuable to any business. Master sales skills, get yourself a good sales role, earn good money. Everyone's a winner. Now, there are typically 4 steps in the process of this business. So step number 1 is a business owner will be running paid ads to attract prospects that would suit their product or offer that they are selling. So they will be running paid ads to attract traffic into their business, into their funnel. So once the prospect has shown interest, maybe filled in their details, something like that, they would go through what is called the funnel in the business process. And they would watch VSL, a video sales letter, which would just be a form of nurturing from the business owner, just to keep the prospect warm, just to keep them still intrigued. And they would gather a lot more information at that stage. They can already make a more calculated decision. The second step is the appointment setting. So once you've gone through that stage of the funnel, the prospect will be contacted by an appointment setter. An appointment setter will do what we call a triage, where they, I guess, qualify the prospect. Have they got enough time to do what the business owner is offering? Have they got enough money to afford what the business owner is offering? Is it a good fit for them? It would typically be like a 5-10 minute quick phone conversation just to pre-qualify the prospect. And then the third step, closer. The appointment setter would book in a date and time that is available in the closer's diary, and the prospect would speak with the closer. The closer's role here is to gather as much information as they can from the prospect, understand fully where they are currently in their current situation, be that in work or their diet, maybe like a PT offer, or their dating life, if it's a dating offer. Perhaps there are so many offers, by the way, in the high ticket closing industry, so many different industries you wouldn't even imagine. The closer's job is to get as much information as they can. And if the offer that they are selling, they believe is a good suit for the prospect, they would understand the current situation and the desired situation of the prospect and simply use the offer to bridge the gap between the two situations. That is the role of the closer. Closer is always there to help. And then finally, step number 4 is the onboarding. The closer typically does the onboarding process where, of course, they take the payment and then put the prospect in contact with either the business owner directly or a coach if it's like a coaching mentorship program. Now, I touched on this a little bit, but the role of a closer specifically typically also has 5 main objectives, I would say. So number 1, it is essential that the closer gets as much information as they can in the information gathering phase. We call it the discovery phase of the call, where they would ask questions, skilled questions, just to get a good understanding on where the prospect is currently, what challenges the prospect's currently facing, and ultimately the goals that the prospect has, where they want to be. So step number 2 is actually the pre-pitch. You don't just do the discovery phase and then go straight into the pitch. You would ask a couple of questions like, well, look, where do you want to go from here? Do you want me to show you the A to Z on what we have to offer? So the pre-pitch, you've got to preheat the oven before you stick in the turkey. Number 3 is the pitch, what the actual offer is. Now, you don't want to be pitching for too long. If someone is talking at you for 20, 25, 30 minutes, you're going to lose interest. Okay. You want to keep your pitch down to 5 to 10 minutes max. Just keep the pitch short and sweet to the point, but you've got to get the prospects hooked in and interested in what you have to offer. Value. You have to highlight as much value as you can in the pitch. It is essential. That is number 3. Number 4, I like to call the pre-close and kind of handling any objections that the prospect might have. Of course, at this stage, they'd be called or known as obstacles, not so much objections. They're more objections after you've delivered the price, and an obstacle is so much easier to deal with than an objection once you've dropped the price. So you'd be asking questions like, well, look, I hear everything that you said in the discovery phase, and I really appreciate you being honest with me, but I've let you know pretty much everything that it is that we have going on. Look, do you even think that this is a good fit for you? You do? Well, why do you think it'd be a good fit for you? Ask those kind of questions. I call this like the pre-close. Asking those kind of questions so the prospect at this point is almost selling themselves to you. And then, of course, stage number 5 is the close, getting the investment. Now, what you will find when you do your first couple of closing calls, it's not as easy as your average Joe recruitment job or insurance job or estate agent job. Anybody can do that. And you look at those kind of businesses, when they hire for those roles, they're looking at 20 to 23-year-olds that haven't really got a great deal on their CV. It's easy to do those jobs is what I'm saying. And they're dishing out 16K basics, 17K basics, because that's what those sales reps are typically worth. But with high ticket closing, the more calls that you take, the better you're going to get. And it all comes down to confidence. But if you can master the skill set and just level up your sales ability, you're going to see much more money coming into your account. Your commission is going to be so much higher. I'm a massive believer that high ticket closing is one of the best ways to earn 6 figures in a calendar year. But one of the best things about it is the freedom that comes with it. You can close from anywhere in the world. As long as you have a phone, a laptop, and a good internet connection, you could do this from anywhere in the world. So location freedom and the time freedom that you get because you work on your own schedule is so much better than just being chained to a desk in a 9 to 5 job, working up until retirement. No one wants to do that. So if you are looking into becoming a high ticket closer or just exploring the option of remote sales at all, I'm here to help. I've been exactly where you are if you are a sales rep, and I've been in sales for 10 years. I've closed over £5 million in sales fees, and I've invested in well over £10,000 worth of sales training for myself. And I want to give as much information as I can to you for free. I'm the founder of the fastest growing sales community inside of the UK. I'll pop a link down below to my school community where you can go and check it out. And listen, if you think that you would benefit more from one-to-one support, drop me a message. I'd love to see if we could be a good fit for each other. I'll see you in the sport community.